Good morning. Here we are again for our dairy outlook Q3. If you look to today's situation, is that we're already over the peak in Europe of milk production, the milk flush, resulting in actually already increasing raw material prices. So we see clearly whey, but in particular skim going up under pressure of not so much milk as we usually would have in a peak. And having said so, going forward, we believe that the market is really going to react on that, especially also because many people are short in their positions. So that means every buying has a quite direct impact on what is happening in the market. What we also see worldwide is a quite slow economy. Some economies are still in recession, some are growing slightly. So this definitely also has a good impact. On the other side, positive for the farmers is there is a struggle for milk every day more and more. So milk prices are also, farm gate prices are increasing. We're talking about 45 cents, even going to 50 cents. And we see that accelerating due to the fact that there is actually hardly any growth in the milk production. And especially if you look here to the slide with the worldwide milk production, then it's even more clear. In the US, it's even a decrease, around about 1%. We see South America, in particular Argentina, definitely lower. The only one that is really growing is both Australia and China. China, we see a nice growth. On the other side, farmers are making losses because the milk price is low. So we believe this will also change. But the increased milk production in China has definitely caused a lot less import, as we already spoke in our last editions. We see that also if you look to the demand, China has been buying 8% less, but also Mexico, big buyer from the US market, has been really slow. And we see on the positive side, especially in the Middle East, and also in Southeast Asia, a better demand. If you look to our business, the feed business, also there, due to the situation, the agriculture situation, it's not so easy. If you look then to the Dutch reference prices, they are quite a copy of last year. They follow more or less the same trend line. And if you look on the other side here to the butter prices, then the butter prices, they are really going up at the moment. And cheese prices are also reasonably well, over 4 euros a kilo. So this is very good in order to support the farmer's milk price at the end of the day. If you then look here also the overview of the last 10 years, we see whey actually close to the average, while skim is clearly higher and butter is a lot higher. So we see really a shift in Europe from where milk is going more and more into the cheese direction, for instance mozzarella production, while less milk goes into butter and skim. So that's, I would say, a trend which I expect further to accelerate. We see the same with the GDT auction results, also increasing. So a bit a healthy sign of a market, in a market where a little demand can have rather big impact. What affects the market going forward? Well, first of all, of course, the demand is still slow, as we said, but now we are going also to the lowest point on the milk production. So the next quarter, if you look to the total, the global market, we see milk production going down. And that is just a seasonal thing, let's say. The other side, the southern hemisphere, sees a better profitability, so we expect better numbers there. And that will later on also impact, we believe, slightly positive the European and the US market. Going to the bullish and the bearish factors, let's say. So definitely bullish is less S&P, gives of course higher prices, the short position of many buyers. On the other side, the bearish is of course China, but also improved milk profitability and economies that are doing not so well. If you then look into the futures, what do they say? What do they predict? They actually also predict a slightly increasing market, not so much, but in any case a bit higher. So it shows more or less as the same trend line. If we then look to the slide, quite interesting, from Rabobank on the worldwide milk production, we see here Chinese milk production over the last of years has been increased a lot. So therefore, of course, less import demand. Now we see that changing, and that has to do with the profitability. So all by all, we see a moderate growth, not so much, but of course also the demand growth is not there yet. I think that's very important. Once things start to go better, we can see serious impact. What do we expect? Already mentioned, kind of to come to a conclusion. We do expect a bit higher prices going forward. I think that's rather clear that we will see that. Maybe not too much, because also milk production will go up, but we are still positive that milk, that the prices of all the main commodities will go up in most cases, let's say, on the proteins, especially skim. Of course, all by all, we still know it. We are in a difficult world. We have wars, Ukraine, Gaza, so it's an unpredictable place we are in. But at least I try to give you some insights on the dairy market, and I hope works out good for our hopefully upcoming summer. Thank you very much.